FuzzTalkRadio International Conglomeration Enterprises in association with FuzzJockRadio Productions does not endorse, approve, or have insider knowledge about sports, sports betting, or any beneficial knowledge whatsoever. FuzzJock cannot be held responsible for personal decisions made up to and including sports betting, alcoholism, pregnancy, and or stock choices. Listening to FuzzJock Radio has been found to cause cancer in the state of California. Side effects include mood swings, hot flashes, cold flashes, and dizziness. If listening to FuzzJock Radio for more than 4 hours, please consult with a mortician. FuzzJock Radio is proudly produced by prison labor in the People's Republic of Transnistria.
Отправьте помощь, оказавшись в ловушке в студии подкастов.
FuzzJockRadio.
Of course. I mean, of course we are connected.
The nerves is where it's at.
Nah, I'm just feeling good. Shooting the ball well. Good rhythm. I'm just feeling good. Like I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes for this team to win. And, like I said, days are going to be more threes, some days are going to be more drives. So, those days are just mixing up today.
Kyle Anderson for sure. Yeah, slow-mo. He told me at halftime, man, you got 2 points. You ain't looking like no superstar right now. You looking like a scrub. So, I had to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Nice. We're here. Yes, we're here back. Yes. You did see it, didn't you? You saw it. Yep. That's why you're clapping a little bit harder. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. We're here. We're back. We're a little bit late. I apologize.
Just like the good times.
But we are FuzzJock Radio, and we are back in the studio, live and in action. And I really appreciate you, all of you, for showing up tonight and giving us such a big welcome back applause. I don't remember. Oh, man, that intro just wore me out, man. Whew.
You're feeling it.
I got to settle down here. The audience is just wonderful tonight. Like they took my breath away.
Take my breath away.
I don't remember what our last audiences are like or were like. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but my memory's kind of shot. I used to play football, and I got a couple concussions back in the day when they didn't really do, concussion protocols. So I kind of chalk it up to that. What I'm trying to say here is I don't really remember our past audiences or if we even had shows before this. But what I'm trying to say is that the audience that we have tonight is the best audience they've ever seen. It's bar none.
Debatable.
If I had a applause button, you would hear the audience applauding right now.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, they would be like, "Yo, Fuzzy is really nice to say that."
Yeah, let's applaud him.
Yeah, let's applaud Fuzzy for being a nice guy.
Well, I could see that.
That'd be kind of neat. Not tooting my own horn or anything over here. By the way, I am that Fuzzy that we're talking about. And we also have we have a Fuzzy out in California, but we don't have a Fuzzy in California. Fuzzy's here in Minnesota. And we have a Fuzzy out in Seattle. No, not a Hest. I'm a Hest. J-Mez is a Hest. Yep.
That's me. I'm J-Mez. You ever heard of him?
And that's one of our Hests. Oh, I need to settle down. J-Mez.
Hey.
You're a Hest here on FuzzJock Radio. You're all the way.
Yeah.
You're
qualified.
You're somewhere in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can find me here. I'm here. I'm ready to. I've know so many things about sports that I need to share with people.
You don't like people asking for money?
No.
No.
I want people to give me money.
Yeah, just give J-Mez money. So what I'm trying to say is the Hest with the most brains that makes this podcast the smartest podcast for sports is J-Mez. And then we have a Hest, not in California. Normally we have a California Hest, but they are not here with us tonight. They're still alive, so don't worry about Sea.Dubbz. Well, don't worry about Sea.Dubbz. Sea.Dubbz is going to be fine. Okay, guys? They are not here, though. We have a Hest. You know what Sea.Dubbz is doing right now is doing quality control, right? Like they're currently tuning in, making sure that things actually sound right. So
they're texting me and telling me to break in right now. That's right. It's the Hest from the West, live from Tacoma, Washington. back again for the second time, for the first time. Beloved regular Eric Blake, it is I. How do you do, Fuzzy and James?
Great, Eric Blake. Thank you for chiming in there, because I, as Sea.Dubbz knows,
Nailed it.
has no idea what's going on. And so thank you, BREB, for nailing it there, like James says.
Of course.
So
that's the longest I've gone before breaking in. Usually I'm talking right at the crowd applause. I love the crowd. You know, I gotta talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not today, though.
No, not today. We
This
got
is-
too much to cover.
So
We got so much to talk about.
One of the things I want to cover is that the reason why we don't have a in-studio audience tonight and they're just far away, is that I got a new studio set up. I worked on the studio a little bit and had to reconfigure some of the technology, and the technology that I reconfigured is not allowing the audience in the studio until I install, that next piece.
Yeah, you gotta install the audience piece.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Safety
With the
first.
audience.
We care about the audience.
Absolutely. We don't want anybody getting hurt around here. I have no insurance. So, James, how was your week?
Oh man, my week's been so busy.
That busy, huh?
Yeah, I think I probably had some important meetings and appointments.
We haven't been here for a couple weeks, actually. So if you want to go over
now that you think about it,
yeah.
it's been a while. It's been a while since we've gotten to talk about ourselves a little bit. I should probably talk about myself.
Yeah, if you want to.
I just did
The
so many
audience
important
calls for it.
things. I had important meetings, important appointments. People needed to hear my opinions on a lot of things. I don't know why. But,
What about stuff?
Apparently,
What about stuff?
Yeah.
Things and stuff.
So it's busy when you have important opinions that people request and seek out from you constantly. They won't leave me alone.
Breb, how have you been since last week? Or not
I've
the
been
last time
doing-
we've seen you. You weren't even here last week.
Oh
Or were
no,
you?
the last time we talked was earlier this season, and well, I was just building plastic robots then, and I'm happy to report that I'm still just building plastic robots and making music and hanging out in our fair city of Tacoma.
Very
That's
good.
so great.
That's very good.
Here, I'll hold up my latest creation to the camera.
Oh, that looks
That's
really
some
cool.
robot
So
pants.
for all the audio listeners out there, which is everyone,
They are seeing robotic legs, the most detailed legs I've ever built.
they're-
Just picture some very detailed legs.
Those are
robotic
legs.
Robotic legs. They're
Look at them legs.
They're the color white and red with red accent, and with a little bit of like black lines to differentiate where the different parts are to put together the leg.
That's right, Fuzzy. We call that panel lining. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, cool!
Panel line.
Learn something new every day.
Oh,
That's really neat.
Line the panels.
I see.
So-
now
Make those
it's all,
panels pop.
So
it's all so clear.
to all the new listeners out there, because I know that there's a lot of new listeners.
We want to say hello.
We are saying hello, yeah. And I would like to also mention that this
We love
we also do love you. Not in a romantic sense, unless if you want to romanticize one of us. I don't know if that's
We may or
Really?
may not be open to discussing that.
maybe. Man, where am I going with this, guys? What I'm trying to say is that FuzzJockRadio is a sports podcast with a couple guests, and
Believe it or not.
usually 3, never 2, and never just 1.
Yeah, five is right out.
Sometimes 4. There has been 5. 6 might be too many, but you might also find that we might do other things. I would like to go on location one of these days, and with it becoming nicer out soon, I think we should really look into that. I have
yeah.
I have a portable system that I can bring around. That's like, it's an older system that I used to use for the main system, but now that I got since I got the main system, now I don't use the old system. And I'm like, well, maybe we could use the old system as a portable system, and we should really look into that. So that'll be something in the future.
Yeah.
To look forward to. And the reason why I'm talking about the future right now is that the Super Bowl. Can we say the Super?
I don't know.
Super Bowl.
That big game.
I think you're getting censored.
Yeah, that big game that the NFL plays at the end of their year is coming up.
The big game
is coming up soon, right? And that usually dictates the end of FuzzJockRadio's season. And so I'm just trying to prepare everybody for the end of the season coming up by talking about the future. And that's what I'm doing there. So yeah.
Who was in the big game?
I don't know. Well, should we talk about that? Maybe let's check the roulette first and see.
Are we ready for some football?
Well, it's all up to the roulette. Okay.
Are you ready for some football?
Well,
Hey!
look at that.
What do you know?
Football news. The Lions so a game happened.
The Lions.
A game happened on Sunday. There was 2 games, right, in the NFL.
Yep.
2 games.
And that was called the NFC champion and then the AFC champions. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so the NFC and the AFC championships.
We're doing really good so far.
Yeah, man. Without Sea.Dubbz here, sometimes we gotta.
We know what we're talking, dude. We know.
You never know. You never know.
Sea.Dubbz is the master of conferences and divisions.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're usually here for those.
And mathematics.
But James, I think we should put some trust into BREB because they might lead us into the right directions.
Oh.
So the NFC conference and the AFC conferences happened yesterday on Sunday because that's they have Sunday football games, and this is Monday tonight currently, right? It's still Monday. So the NFC and the AFC champions happened. There was the Lions played at one point in one of those games, right?
Yeah.
And then
they did really well, I bet.
The Ravens also played a game.
I don't think they did as well.
And the San Francisco 49ers played a game.
Oh, they definitely didn't do well.
Is that correct, BREB?
And then hope not.
And then Kansas City Chiefs played, right?
Oh, the Taylor Swifties.
Is that? Am I right, guys, or am I wrong? Were those 4 teams in those 2 games, or do you guys not know?
I don't know.
You've named all 4 teams that played.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
except for you got the last team name wrong. It's the Taylor Swifters.
And that's where I was going with that. Thank you, James. Is that Taylor Swift's team won? Is that correct?
They got the power of love.
Therefore, America won.
Am I getting the impression that none of us watched any of those games yesterday?
Oh, well, were any of the Vikings or people in it?
It's just okay, hold on here. I didn't know we were getting into it right away.
Nobody told me that I was supposed to watch it.
What that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Buzz Question of the Week. Okay, this is when I asked the Hess a question, and they answered the question, and then we just move on. We don't extrapolate, and we don't talk about it. Why they answered the question the way they did. The first question of the week this week is: did you watch any of the football games yesterday? Yes or no? James.
No.
Eric.
I watched the Lions game.
And Fuzzy. No. And that was your
Buzz Question of the Week.
Okay, so that happened, but I do know that Taylor Swift's team won. And that's all that matters. And Taylor Swift's team is Kansas City. They were going against the Detroit Lions, and it sounded like the Detroit Lions had a 17-point lead at half, and then they gave that all up. And We're not speculating on if that had anything to do with Taylor and Travis Kelce being boyfriend-girlfriend, because we don't deal with conspiracies here on FuzzJock Radio. Because I don't like to push those agendas, you know? And just talking about it is just pushing that agenda, or even like joking about it. Now, you know, with people, when people start taking jokes seriously, I almost think that the joke is gone. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, if Taylor Swift was gonna pick two teams, she'd probably pick two red teams, right? But that's probably just conspiracy. That's nothing.
Well, like, you know, like the bird conspiracy of like how birds aren't real, right? That conspiracy started out as a joke, and it got to a point where people were actually like believing in that conspiracy, to the point that where if you were joking about it, people thought that you actually thought that. And I just kind of have that feeling of I just don't want to perpetuate conspiracies like that by joking about it, because I just don't want to be one of those. I don't want to do that, you know, like, does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to be a part of that either.
If I'm going off topic, let me know.
I say we spin that wheel.
Oh,
what is there else to say about the NFL?
Well,
nobody wants this Super Bowl.
You can't say that, bro. Hey,
Super butt.
How did I get past that censor?
The super butt.
Okay, we'll just move on. Okay, so hockey. We got some hockey news. The Wild are currently 7th place. They're 49, 21, and 23. I looked that up right before the show.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be better as well.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what the playoff picture means with being in 7th place, but I bet Sea.Dubbz would be able to tell us. But the Sea.Dubbz is not here at tonight. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys have any takes on hockey?
Oh, I've heard that the women's Hawkeyes hockey team is actually really hot.
Oh,
as in like doing well.
Hawkeye. Who's the women's Who's the Hawkeyes?
The Iowa Hawkeyes.
The Iowa Hawkeyes. Okay.
We love the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, don't we love the Minnesota team?
Yeah, but we love the Hawkeyes too, because Iowa's our
the college team
neighbors. Yeah,
the college team. Okay. Yeah. So the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
They've got a killer women's hockey team.
Okay. Did you see a game recently?
No, but I've been told to watch the games because they are so killer. So I'm just going to pass that information on.
That's good. Also, what people should tune into is women's hockey. Professional hockey is now around.
The PWHL.
Yes, and the Minnesota team has been doing great. And those games are on YouTube. Not sponsored, but you can
play the Hawkeyes.
You can watch those free. I want, because that's college versus pro teams. I want to see our pro team play pro teams. You know.
Yeah, it sounds like not a lot of those other pro teams can really live up to it.
Well, we have our fingers crossed in Seattle that we'll get a women's professional hockey team. We didn't in this first, but hopefully we have a good argument for an expansion team here.
Well, if you have enough ticket sales for that Kraken team, I would think that would translate into a women's hockey team at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. You bet. And the Kraken are doing. It's interesting. The Kraken have the same games played and wins as the Wild, but they are 5th in our division because
that's way better.
We got those overtimes. We just got, how many overtimes is it now? Why don't I check that real quick? We have 10 overtime losses.
Okay.
So
10
doing
overtime
a lot
losses.
Of overtime play, a lot of exciting games.
10 overtime wins, you mean?
We're on a bit of a streak, but I think we're on a losing streak right now.
Okay.
No, it's overtime losses, and like they'll still get the point because they didn't. They still get the point because they didn't lose until overtime.
Yes,
right?
so you get a game point. Yeah.
So that's how they can have the same amount of wins as us, but their losses, they got points for their losses, and we didn't get points for our losses.
Okay, so I didn't know that's how that works. So if you go into overtime,
it's interesting.
In hockey, if you go into overtime, you get a point no matter if you win or lose.
Yeah, kinda.
Yep.
Kinda. Okay.
And then you get more if you win, but
okay.
That's hockey, baby.
Do you guys want me to move on? It doesn't seem like you guys are too interested in hockey either. Should I move on?
Hockey's great, but it's we're gonna have a pretty hot postseason, I think. But right now, a lot of teams have a lot of injuries.
Okay.
There's not a lot. There's some talent being called up, but yeah, we can move on.
FuzzJockRadio. The NBA theme, here's an idea. It goes like this.
The Wolves have Anthony Edwards, so of course they're still doing really awesome. Actually, not as awesome as they have been. I don't know if you guys remember over the last couple weeks, we've been kind of saying they've been losing a couple games here or there, but it doesn't really matter because they're still majority winning their games and handedly, right? And then the games that they lost were really close. Well, now we got to the point where Oklahoma City is actually one game behind us. We are 33-14, and they are 32-15. So that means that we could lose that first place anytime, can't we?
They've been closing the gap on us a little bit.
Yeah.
And some of our fourth quarters have been looking a little sloppier than they have in past games.
Yeah, and so that shows you that those games that we were saying don't really matter a whole lot because they're still winning do matter. It caught up to them, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's just...
And it took all the additional wins to, like, you know, at least keep us
afloat a little bit, right?
Keep us afloat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so hopefully they find that extra drive because the playoffs are coming up soon. And what happens with the playoffs, Eric?
Yeah, Eric.
Everything goes crazy.
Everything goes crazy.
Yeah.
You have teams that have a majority of players that have been in the playoffs before. So you have a lot of, what do you call that, Eric?
Yeah, what do you call that, Eric?
Madness in March.
That's college stuff again, guys. But
yeah.
But
that's not NBA.
No. That's college. What you have is people that have, you know, what's the word when you have, you know, like experience in doing something before, like you were part of something before and you have like some type of experience. Is the word experience? There's a lot of experience.
Deja vu.
There's a lot of experience. There's a lot of veterans. What I'm trying to get at, guys, slow down.
Okay, tell us.
What I'm trying to get at here is that there's a lot of teams that are going into the playoffs that we might have beat or might have lost to closely that didn't have certain players playing, and they didn't have those players playing because they're saving them for the playoffs. And then now they're in the playoffs and they have these veteran players that have experience of being in the playoffs and going against the Timberwolves that don't have that experience. Actually, the experience...
What are you talking about?
The experience that the Timberwolves have are all losing experiences in the playoffs.
Well, kind of.
So maybe we shouldn't put all of our eggs in one basket.
Everyone else has losing experiences in the playoffs too, you know.
Well, not like the Timberwolves. And I hear that Rudy has never won a playoff either. Now he's now we're combining that with Cat's playoff experience of losing. But Edwards, maybe since he doesn't have any playoff experience and he is such a phenomenal player that it will catapult them to greatness.
It's gonna be great.
What do you?
It's gonna be great. You just gotta believe, man. You gotta believe in this team.
Eric, BREB.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened.
Either of you born in 1984?
Something happened in history around this time in basketball. I'm sure. You're like if I remember
very
right,
important day.
if I remember right, you are not just BREB, but you're also a historian of sports, of sorts. Am I correct? Or am I correct or am I correct? Because comedy goes with yeses, right?
I'm a seeker of facts.
You're a seeker of facts.
A lover of knowledge.
And what happened in history in NBA right around this time? I wish I had. Do I have a flashback memory button? No, that's just a memory. No.
The reason I ask if either of you was born in 1984 is in 1984 on this day was the first NBA All-Star Saturday.
Whoa, no kidding.
That's right. That's right.
Today?
Isaiah Thomas was the MVP,
Ooh.
Detroit Pistons. And East beat West 154 to 145.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That happened when I was 3.
I wasn't born.
Well, you missed out, man. 'Cause,
I know.
Jeez.
Like, the 3-year-old perspective on that was
I wasn't born.
pretty amazing.
I wish this was my
Okay.
birthday.
Why isn't it?
Because it was later.
Okay.
That's rough luck.
Well, you want me to get into some specifics about my folks? I
You
can.
should think about that for next time.
You weren't even trying yet.
You guys ready to go to other sports? Love to. Ping pong, for sure.
Is pickleball skiing?
What is the highest level of car racing called?
Curling.
Other sports? Acro yoga?
Agro yoga?
Acro, like acrobatic.
It is a fusion of tennis, ping pong, and badminton.
What sport starts with a tip-off?
Basketball.
Nope, incorrect. Other sports.
It's a very social game.
Fight each other to the death.
Like NFTs or something.
You have to hit the ball.
Other sports topics.
So are there multiple major leagues?
I went to a soccer game in Dallas, in Paris, in California, in England.
Go up to a soccer game and be in the supporter section.
Teach them how to play pickleball.
Why not?
Free lessons.
Why
when I
not?
come up.
How many clubs can a golfer have in their bag?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Might as well tune out now because I don't have another sports button yet. Other sports topics. Do you have a history topic in other sports, BREB?
Yeah, why not? Soccer's in other sports. I haven't made a soccer sounder anyways. Football with a U.
Foodie.
And this day, in very important MLS history, this is the anniversary of 2018. David Beckham launching Inter Miami Football Club. Yay! The world rejoiced, for a football club was in Miami, run by David Beckham.
That was today? That was today?
Dang.
That was today in 2018.
Any relations to Odell?
Has it really? Huh?
Any relations to Odell Beckham?
David Beckham and Odell Beckham?
Yeah,
Any
any
relation?
relations?
Any?
Well, congratulations to the. No, you don't know.
I don't think so.
Is there any relation to Susie Beckham?
Any other sports news other than congratulations to the Dolphins for being a football team as long as you have been a football team as of today. We appreciate you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Anything else, guys?
Happy birthday.
Well, it's got some. I mean, I don't know how much I want to get into it.
Did you have other?
Are you pausing?
No, I was asked. Did you have other sports news other than?
Oh, I was thinking of other news.
Yeah, other news. I'm gonna go to baseball next, but I'm just like soccer. Like, do we have cricket news? Do we have any other news, or should we move on? Guys, I need audio. I need you guys not to nod, but to say yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move on.
Okay.
But we know it's going to be baseball.
No, do we? I don't know.
You said it.
I don't know. There's other news.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
But Roulette picked baseball. I didn't pick it.
Oh, how about that?
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota. Actually, it is. It's not summer it's not winter anymore. It is spring as of today. And the January 29th? Yeah, it's spring. And the Twins Caravan is showing up tomorrow in Mankato, Minnesota, and I am going with my father, and yeah, we're going. Jamez,
I hope that I can go too.
Yeah, Jamez, you're traveling here.
What's a Twins Caravan? May I ask what a Twins Caravan is?
One second. Jamez, are you going to fly to Mankato to go to this?
I hope I can.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have a ticket for you. So if you can get to the Mankato airport, there's that private airport.
You can pick me up at the airport.
Yeah, I'll pick you up.
Nice.
The Twins Caravan is when the Twins caravan around the state to different towns and say hello. They bring their mascot the TC Bear, and a couple of the players, a couple of the coaches, a couple of old players. And they talk about the stuff that they got going on. There's like 3 stops in Mankato, 2 public stops where they're gonna be at Arnold's Park, which is like the baseball field, and you'll be able to talk to them there. And then they have a private meeting with some like baseball players in town, like something like that. Ooh. And then their main event is at 6 p.m. at the Cato Ballroom, and they have like a big get together. We get a free hot dog and chips and a pop, and they have like a little speaking thing that they do and presentation. A presentation of what they have to offer us for the upcoming season, basically.
And you can get some autographs.
You can get some autographs, yeah.
You get some autographs.
Get some pictures.
People love autographs.
You can get some pictures with people and, yeah, have a good time. Yeah. So that's tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
That makes baseball fun again in Minnesota.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That does make baseball fun again. We need that fun again because there is not fun things going on in the Twins organization at the moment. Just like we kind of hinted at it when we were here last time. But there's a couple players that we kind of fall in love with that were let go, right, James?
Yeah. Well, we really like Joey Gallo.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo was amazing.
Yep.
I don't care what you say about the guy.
He was a fun player to have in the organization for sure.
Yeah, well, and a great defensive outfieldman.
Mm-hmm.
He has landed a deal with the Washington Nationals. So good job for Joey Gallo. Hope he finds a good swing there.
Did we get anything for him, or did we just let him go?
I believe his contract was up, so that was a free agent signing. He just signed with the Nationals.
And then we talked about Sonny Gray being...
Sonny Gray was free agent.
He's a free agent. He moved on to a different club. Where did he go?
I believe he signed with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay. And then Sano has been...
Oh, do you want to hear about Sano?
Yeah.
Sano has been playing in, these Dominican Republican leagues.
No, I didn't know that. The last thing I heard about Sano is he got hurt, and he hasn't been playing. And I'm sure that's the same for a lot of the FuzzJockers. Is that he just got hurt? So what happened after he got hurt? He's been playing for
working on himself, and I'm pretty sure I brought it up in another episode that I saw him hitting a bunch of home runs in this Dominican Republican League.
Okay.
Well, I said that wrong. Anyway, but he has landed a minor league deal with Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool for him.
And you might think, minor league deal. Well, what's the deal? Why would he want that? Why wouldn't he just stay in the leagues that he's at? But I think that shows that he is kind of betting on himself to make it back to the majors with that.
Okay.
So that's really exciting.
Yeah, good for him. And then there's a player that's been on the team his entire career. that just moved on. Is that correct?
This is breaking as of just this evening.
Oh, this was just today.
Yes, this evening. Just moments before we went on the air.
So do I need to push the breaking news button?
Can. This is pretty breaking.
Well, I don't have it, so.
Well, that's
why don't you just spit it out?
Spit it out. Jorge Polanco has been traded.
Okay. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, he's been on the team since his entire career.
He has.
Which has been quite a long time.
Yep. I believe another thing about that is there's only, with Polanco gone, there's only 2 remaining hitters of the old Bomba squad. That's it, just 2. You want to know where he went?
Yeah.
I know where he went.
You have the mic, bro. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well,
I have no idea what's going on. Tell me.
Yeah.
Like, don't keep me in suspense.
BREB knows where he went.
Okay, where, BREB? Somebody say something. Where did Polanco go?
You want to do it one word at a time with me, Bez?
Went
to
the
place
where
BREB
lives.
That's right, Washington. The Mariners have
we did
him.
Yeah, ever heard of them?
Yeah.
The Mariners?
Yeah, I have. So he went to the Mariners.
Yeah. And this means the Mariners now have 2 hitters from the old Bomba squad. There's as many Bomba squad members on the Mariners as there are on the Twins right now.
Wow. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. So you're saying, like basketball with the Timberwolves in LA, Seattle is taking our team and turning the Seattle's turning into the Twins. Is that
yeah,
right? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
Slowly becoming the same team.
Interesting.
And much like the Wolves being kind of everywhere amongst teams, the Bomba squad has proliferated much of the league.
That is just
it's just wild. So it just means we get to cheer for the Twins no matter what, almost. That's where it leads.
That's where you're going with this. So what you're saying as well is that this does not sound good here. What you're saying as well, other than that they're taking over our teams, just like the Timberwolves, it's not bad news. That's what you're saying. You're saying that it's good news that these teams are taking our players so we can cheer for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just like wherever Luis Ariz is, I cheer for him there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Happiness all around. Well, that's awesome.
You know, and yes, it's sad to see a fan favorite like Polanco, who is a fan favorite to probably many, many fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
so it's always sad to see him go, but
dude, if he wins a World Series with the Mariners, like how even better will that be? Right?
It'd be all right.
I mean, that'd be
kind of cooler.
That'd be awesome because then he would have a ring. And
it's not. He doesn't have to go crazy.
It would make me feel really bad if the Twins won and Polanco didn't get a ring this year. Like that would just feel bad. Wouldn't that make you feel bad for Polanco? I mean,
a little bit
for me.
I mean, I'd be pretty excited about all the things that are happening around here because of it, though.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't think of it as much.
We have a lot of time. We have a lot of time for that to happen. So.
Yeah. Nah.
And he could come back.
Yeah, he could always come back.
BREB, are you guys going to take, not to go back to like hockey, but are you guys going to take our like Kirill Kaprizov and make your hockey team into the Wild? Because we need a team that takes the Wild, because we have basketball, we now have baseball.
Well, if Fuzzy folks want to do a little research, I believe the Kraken did take one wild player during the expansion draft.
Okay, good. Okay.
And I might be getting this wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've already moved to another team. So I don't think we have any former wild on the Kraken right now. But it's always in the cards to start stealing all your players and become the same team. If the Mariners can do it, the Kraken can do it.
Anybody can. I could do it.
Where are they now?
Fast players.
Oh my God, Wes Welker's back on the Dolphins.
Yep. So, well, that's great. I'm really happy for Polanco and Snow and Gallo and Gray. You know who else I'm really happy for? And I hope everybody is really happy for.
I know.
Mr.
The whole state.
Mr. State, right? He's
Mr. Minnesota himself.
Wasn't he Mr. They called him Mr. Minnesota, right?
Yeah, probably. I call him that.
Mr. Minnesota. Do you know who we're talking about there, Blake?
When I moved to Minnesota and met you guys, that was the height of Mauer madness. Though, of course, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Joe Mauer, right?
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ron Gardenhire, of course.
That's why I have my hat on backwards. It's just because he was a catcher. He was arguably, some people will say this, that he was the best catcher / first baseman / hitter ever made in Minnesota. Do you agree? Do you agree or disagree? Huh?
I agree. I wasn't really paying attention to baseball at the time, but I think his popularity spoke for itself because I was working in printing. We were printing magazine after magazine with him on the cover, articles with him, Minnesota-related magazines, sports magazines, like truly a beloved sportsman in the fine state of Minnesota.
Yeah. Does popularity equate to greatness?
I think it was because he also had good character in addition to great stats.
Yeah. He wore his hat backwards like I am right now, you know. So it makes me
That's
great.
a cool thing to do.
Can you believe?
I don't know. I look like a guy that wears his hat backwards.
Can you believe that there are some beat writers out on the West Coast that aren't too thrilled that Mr. Mauer got in on a first round Hall of Fame ballot?
Actually, yeah, I can believe that. There's a lot of arguments against Mauer, especially since one of the big arguments is why does he get the nod instead of other players, especially Twins players that aren't on the not honored yet. Or at the same time, how quickly he got onto the honor list compared to like Ty Cobb or others.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, funny thing about Ty Cobb, do you know that today in history, in 1936, was the first Baseball Hall of Fame? Inductees included Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb.
Whoa!
On the birthday of when we talk about Joe Mauer.
Yeah. Well, he's standing on the shoulders of really great people, right? Is that how that saying goes?
Yeah.
And that's not a jab at him by any means when you say that, is it? Guys?
No, not at all.
No, that's a cool thing to say.
A lot of great players.
Standing on the shoulders of giants is what they say. Did you guys know that? No. I was going to make a joke about how there used to be giants, but that's one of those things that people actually believe now, and so it's like, can you really joke about that now that people believe?
No, you can't anymore.
No,
it's over.
Man, taking all of our jokes away.
But there's no joke about Joe Mauer.
We'll save it for the Hollow Earth episode.
Are we done with baseball already?
I think that's the cool stuff was talking about Joe Mauer mostly.
Okay.
Congratulations, Joe Mauer, on first round. That's a cool thing.
First round, yeah. That is great.
You guys ready to go to other sports?
Love to. Ping pong, for sure.
Is pickleball skiing?
What is the highest level of car racing called?
Curling.
Other sports? Acro yoga?
Agro yoga?
Acro, like acrobatic.
It is a fusion of tennis, ping pong,
What is going
and
on
badminton.
here?
What sport starts
Didn't
with
we
a
already
tip-off?
do this, guys?
Basketball.
You did this already.
I think
Other
we already did
sports.
this.
It's a very social game.
Why is
Fight
the
We just really like
Like
this.
NFTs.
why is the
You have to
roulette?
hit the ball.
Other sports
I think
topics.
the roulette
So are
button
there
might be broken.
multiple major leagues?
I went to a soccer game in Dallas, in Paris, in California, in England.
Go up to a soccer game and be in the supporter section.
Teach them how to play pickleball.
I can't
Why
get it to
not?
work.
Free
guys.
lessons when I come up.
How many clubs can a golfer
Oh,
have
wait a
in their
minute.
bag?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger
Might as
Woods.
well tune out now.
Because I don't have another sports button yet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tiger Woods.
Oh, wait a minute.
Tiger Woods.
Wait a
I
minute.
missed it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Research by the Apex Marketing Group says Swift's association with the NFL has added the equivalent of around $330 million in brand value to the Chiefs and the league.
And the league.
Taylor Swift news. There you go. There you
Nailed
go.
it.
Yeah.
The roulette never lies. It knows when breaking news has arrived.
I forgot to tell you the rule, BREB, that when you're on here and when you're on here,
You gotta talk sports.
you just no. You just gotta keep talking. Just keep talking, like because there's that little bit of a delay, and don't worry about talking over me by any means. Other topics, right? We have one more. We have one more that I is this a button?
Why can't we talk
Oh, did you guys want to talk about the Taylor Swift news, or are we just going to leave it at that? Because that is big news, and sometimes you need to leave big news as it is and let it speak for itself. You know what I mean?
I think it speaks for itself.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that Taylor Swift should rush the stage during the big game halftime show and heal America
Super Bowl.
by getting married to Travis Kelce live on TV.
On the spot. Is that something we can joke about? Because some people
They
think
could
that,
heal America.
Some people think
It's
that's
not a
going to
joke.
really happen. Some people really think that's going to happen. It's not a joke.
It's the only reason the Chiefs should have made it to the big game.
The Super Bowl.
I just gotta say one thing about this whole debacle, guys. Okay, I want to just say one thing. It's really weird to me that people, like adults are saying that their whatever they have going on is fake and it's all staged. And it's really weird to me that adults are talking about that. You know, it's like. If it is, it is. Whatever. If it's not, it's awesome. Great. Whatever. Like, people fall in love. That's awesome. People make things up. That's awesome, too, sometimes. Who fucking
It
cares?
might have even started as a joke, and then they did fall in love.
You're a fucking adult. You should probably worry about your own shit. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Other news. Oh, let's push that button again. Let's talk about other things. Other topics, Fuzz. The 10 o'clock coffee is starting to get to me.
Super Smash, brother.
Smash news. Jameis, you got some Smash news?
Unfortunately,
It's been a while.
the Smash scene has been banning some people for being inappropriate. And I lost, I don't know, when that disappointment when you had like, admiration for maybe a competitor that you really enjoy or watch, and then you find out like, oh, they're actually being a trash human, like totally behind the scene and double facing everything.
It can be a sports hero, it can be a musician, it can be an artist. Like that story is unfortunately happens too much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you'd hope
just,
that it wouldn't happen in Smash news.
It's so disappointing.
So, and what happened?
Well, just this one player was using an alternate account to spout a bunch of horrible crap on Twitter with an alt account, and then,
like being
when confronted, being transphobic, being homophobic.
Fuck that. Being racist, I'm sure.
Being
along with
racist.
that.
Saying words and thinking they are allowed to say words that they don't want to.
Didn't even have the balls to say that on his regular account to let everybody know who he truly is. Had to make an alt account on probably.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Twitter social media, right? And
yeah, and I'm just surprised that people are still using that,
dude.
So that's
you and me both.
What do you expect?
Like, I don't understand why. Like, one, I would see it on somebody I know's phone, or at least, you know, like there's other media outlets. There's like actual websites that are available for news in their basic. That's all they do is provide news. So why not share their link? Why do you have to share share the YouTube link, share the sources link? Why are you fucking still sharing Twitter? Like, fuck all that shit. Being on it and just logging into it, like it puts money in that dude's pocket. You know, it keeps it going. It keeps all that bullshit going. And you know that he's all about, like, that racist, transphobic, horrible bullshit, you know? Sorry.
Well,
He
either
just
way.
wants everybody to do whatever they want, even if it's super unhealthy.
It's just wild. It's just wild to me.
Either way, it's disappointing to kind of look back on the time spent admiring someone for their competition, and now just trying to process that and be happy that they're not part of that community anymore. If they're making a lot of people feel unsafe and just doesn't need to be there.
That's all you can really do as a community member as well. If you don't want that type of stuff in your community, make it uncomfortable for that person and have them move on. We do not need to shut our mouths against racism or homophobic or transphobic stuff. We need to speak up, and we need to make them uncomfortable so they're not part of our community anymore. That's the way I feel. I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but you can't allow this shit to happen. It's been allowed for too long.
100%.
Yeah. That sucks, James. I'm sorry that that happened in the Smash world.
Yeah. So looking for other people to watch in that realm, and there's plenty of others.
Yeah.
Plenty of other people without trash views.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. There's so many people that you can support that doesn't have trash views, that need the support, that are awesome artists, that are awesome musicians, that are awesome video game players. Yeah.
Support trans lives.
Support trans lives. Absolutely.
Sponsor your local trans Smash player.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else? Other news? A lot of video games came out recently. I've been playing this game called Pal World. It's a very controversial game because it seems to have ripped off Pokemon.
Oh, I have heard of this one. Is this Pokemon with guns?
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, it's Pokemon with guns.
It looks wonderful, though. It looks like there's a lot more to it than just that, but that is kind of the log line that gets spouted.
It's a big RPG survival game with guns and Pokemons called pals.
A lot better than Pokemon games in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
actually,
it is. I'm not condoning copyright infringement or stealing other people's assets to create a game, but those are some of the things that people are throwing at them, saying that they straight up stole Nintendo's assets. And they didn't. Nintendo still has their assets, and if they did do copyright infringement, that is up to the courts to decide. The copyright laws are very strict, and they know what they're talking about with that. And if there was something that, if there was something there, Nintendo this game wouldn't even ever came out.
Yeah, I think
Nintendo would have knew about this game before the release to the public. And James, you were going to say?
Yeah, I think Nintendo even had to release a statement saying, like, hey, yes, we know of other games, and our IPs are very serious to us. They shut down one mod of the game, a Pal World mod, that was using Pokemon IPs illegally, and that got shut down super quick.
Within a couple hours of it being out, they got cease and desist.
So I think Nintendo had to release some statement that hey, we're looking at IPs, and if something is a problem, we're going to do something about it. So chill out, stop telling us about Pal World.
Stop telling us about Pal World,
essentially,
and also stop going after streamers that are playing it or the developers online. There's been like normal, which is shouldn't be normal. When the internet gets mad about things, death threats starts happening, and once again, racist and transphobic and homophobic and all the fucking horrible shit starts coming out of people, and you need to stop doing that shit. People don't deserve to stream Pal World and then get shit on because they're playing a game that they're enjoying. Let the courts decide that shit. And Nintendo's a corporation, and they don't need your help.
they probably already decided.
What the fuck?
Nintendo can advocate very well for itself.
Yeah. Stop defending fucking corporations, man. Even if it is Nintendo, they can take care of it.
They can take care of themselves.
Oh,
they got pants on.
We had a peak. We got.
What do you say now?
Okay, so is there any good video game news out there?
No.
Or other news out there?
No, there's a lot of layoffs going on in the industry.
There is, yeah. And unfortunately, it's not just the video game industry. It's like all industries are dealing with layoffs.
Yeah.
Like big layoffs.
Yeah. Having friends in the video game industry, it is sort of been a week of every other day or every day in a row. There have been massive layoffs, so it is, not a ton of good news.
Well,
let's get on.
With that, let's get on. Let's do that.
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah.
Memories. And of course, I do not have the questions ready, guys. I don't.
That's false.
I don't have the questions.
That's false. I got that point right there.
Keep
so I answered that correctly.
Keep going.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, go.
What
keep this going.
What happened on this date in 1936?
It was the first Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay, you got it.
Bam, 2 points.
Are we doing sports-related questions, or should we mix it up?
You can mix it up.
Yeah, let her rip.
Yeah, that's what I love to say, that phrase.
When it comes to trivia.
Yeah, this is my top 3 favorite trivia phrases.
Okay, you guys ready?
Try me.
Are you guys ready?
Try me.
Are you guys ready? So, fuzzy memory trivia is when I ask the other house questions, and then they answer those questions with a correct or incorrect answer. There is no opinions. It is just fact or fiction. Well, no, don't spit out fiction. The fiction. If you spit out a fiction answer, it's wrong. Okay. And if you get a wrong answer, you get 0 points. And if you get a right answer, you get 1 point. And if I would like to get some type of binary or like quantum answer, you get a quantum point. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
so
I'm going all quantum points this time.
Oh man, jeez. He might have the secret touch there if you do that. In what is the my binary?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
What? 30 more, please. Okay.
Great start.
Who is often called the fastest man alive?
Usain Bolt.
True. Usain Bolt.
Not me.
Which city hosted the 2012 Summer Olympics?
Rio de Janeiro.
London.
London. In what sport is the term stalefish used?
Oh. Billiards?
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. 2-1.
Makes sense.
Wow.
And
it's skateboarding.
Which
I know that from video games.
Which female tennis player has won the most Grand Slam titles?
Serena Williams.
Vanessa Williams.
Margaret Court.
Oh,
what
I
is
remember her.
the only country to have played in every single soccer World Cup?
Brazil?
New Zealand.
Argentina.
Brazil.
I shouldn't have changed.
What is the term for a Star Trek fan fiction that involves a romantic relationship between Kirk and Spock? Spurk.
Huh.
In Star Wars fan fiction, what term describes a story that explores a romantic relationship between Rilo Ken and Ray Rilo? What? No, wait a
Weird.
minute. I don't know what I don't know what is going on here. In
I think
Pokemon,
Kylo Ren and Rey is Raylo, right?
Pokemon fan fiction, what term is used for a story focusing on the romantic relationship between Ash and Misty? Poke shipping.
Nasty.
What is
Nasty.
Things are going weird here.
Ashty. Are these AI trivia questions?
Yeah.
This is AI.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, my shipping knowledge is a little.
We're just gonna end this. Sorry.
Oh, wait.
That was Fuzzy Memory Trivia. Brought to you by AI. You guys got me. You guys win. You guys won the trivia without Sea.Dubbz being here. You guys figured it out. Sorry.
I found the root of all trivia.
Move on.
Evolved trivia.
Whatever just happened there, don't worry. We'll fix it by next week.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of the episode.
Here we are.
Before I end the episode, I would like to ask you guys, is there anything else you want to bring up before we finish off the episode? I'm not finishing off the episode. That sounds weird. Before we end the episode, is there anything you guys want to talk about? Like, what's going on? Do you guys have
stuff
any
on your mind?
Do you have? I'm asking you.
Yeah, you got anything on your mind, Fuzzy?
No, I'm asking you, James.
Oh, okay.
James, do you have anything else that you want to bring up? Did I skip over? Oh, wait a minute. We did. Or do you guys just want to end the show? We forgot about AEW. Do you guys want to? No? Yeah. Can you guys hear what's going on? We forgot about AEW. There's a lot of AEW news that we forgot about. This goes forever. This is a long soundbite. That's it. Is that it? As in, that's the end of the episode, or are we going to talk about AEW? Do you guys want to talk about AEW a little bit? Just a little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, it's not necessarily AEW.
Well, holy shit. I just realized there's a lot of wrestling talk that we could talk about, but we don't talk about that company and that piece of shit. So we're going to talk about AEW because they're not pieces of shit, right?
Or more specifically, we could talk New Japan.
New Japan? What's going on in New Japan?
Well, they got one of the awesomest wrestlers ever.
Yeah, who's that?
His name is
Okada, right?
Kazuchika Okada.
Okada. He's awesome.
The Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker. He makes the rain happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the best in at New Japan. So, like, if anybody goes to New Japan, you got to watch out for Okada. Like,
yeah.
Like, no.
Well, maybe not anymore.
What do you mean?
This guy's contract is up.
What?
And he has
Like
already
Polanco?
said he is not staying with New Japan.
What? Like, what? He's been with New Japan like Polanco's been with the Twins.
Yeah.
Like, he's been with New
Big
Japan
news.
forever.
This is
just happen
like.
today?
Do you remember the last baseball offseason when everyone was like, Carlos Correa, Carlos Correa, Carlos Correa?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is
This is the thing.
This is like Ohtani watch point 2.
It is kind of like
Okada watch.
Okada
like, where
watch.
is he going to land?
And he landed in
nowhere yet.
Nowhere yet? Really?
Yeah, he has not signed anywhere officially yet.
Fudge! I wonder if the news in the other camp changed his mind about them,
or if he was even considering that. I think having worked closely with AEW before, a lot of people, that's the easy speculation to make. And oh man, being an AEW fan, I would love to see it.
It would be awesome to have him in AEW, not WWE, right? It'd be or if he decided to go to GCW, would be cool. Or if he went to Impact or TNA, like that would be cool. How about First Wrestling? That'd be even cooler because we could see him up in the cities.
Yeah,
but I don't think that would happen.
A stretch.
Yeah,
but.
Anywhere other than WWE, right? But if he does decide to go to WWE, hopefully they pay him very well because he deserves it, and he does also deserve that, recognition that camp brings, because everybody's eyes are on WWE. Everybody knows them. But it'd be cool to have him in AEW.
Big wrestling news though. Big free agent.
Yeah.
One of the biggest free agents that has been in a long, long time.
So him and Monet, right?
Yeah. Mercedes Monet.
Mercedes Monet. She's a free agent. Is that correct, or is she part of New Japan still? I think she's a free agent as well.
Yeah. She is not signed right now.
2 really big players in the professional wrestling available out there. Okay, so anything else? Anything else that we forgot about talking about? See, that's why I do this. This is at the end of the episode instead of just going straight into the end of the episode. I like to be like, hey, do we jump over anything? BREB, is there anything else that you forgot to bring up or that we just passed up without allowing you to have the time? Did you have enough breath, BREB?
So much breath. I think we've covered all the sports that I've really been following. Spring is a-coming. The end of the season of FuzzJockRadio, my bad, is also coming. I've got an album that I'm going to start slowly releasing. I've got a single to drop for you at the end of this episode, and otherwise...
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Let's listen to it right now. This is by BREB. And that was Up Down, the single by BREB and Up Down Productions. Is that how you say that stuff?
Sure, it's just Up Down is the artist name, and that track just happens to be called Up Down. It's the single version of the first track off a upcoming EP, and that's available coming soon. But the single that you just heard can be listened to over at updown.bandcamp.com.
And it is also part of the Fuzz Talk Radio playlist as well. So it is in the playlist of all the different songs. So you might be lucky to hear it someday if you're listening to fuzztalkradio.com.
Nice.
Okay, so that's why we do this segment at the end of the episode. We're making sure that we got all the things covered, and we found 2 things there. Jamez, BREB, anything else?
I'm out of things.
Anything else on your end? Anything else on your mind? Nope.
That's all for me here on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm out of things.
Well, that's great. Okay, well, so we end the episode usually with how is your week looking? The future endeavors? Anything planned, BREB? Anything that we need to know about your life here coming up?
Just keep an eye on that Bandcamp. Otherwise, just making beats and building robots.
Cool. And Jamez, the same questions.
Living large, going to meetings.
Good.
Gotta give the guests, listen my opinion, apparently, to too many people.
Good. And this is when,
on a school night.
And this is when Sea.Dubbz usually asks me, guys, how about you, Fuzz?
What are you up to, Fuzzy?
Me? Well, thank you for asking. I can't believe you would actually ask me that question. I did not. I forgot to prepare. What am I got?
Answer the question.
What am I got going on? Yes, I just want the episode to end, don't you? No, I'm just joking. I'm trying to stall for time right now while I'm trying to think of what I got going on because I can't really remember. All I know is that Sea.Dubbz says, "Heal America with the Holy Union."
Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to support, head on over to our shop, FuzzTalkShop.com. That's FuzzTalkShop.com. Buy yourself a hoodie or t-shirt. We even have mugs and stickers. From all of us over at Fuzz Talk Radio, we appreciate your support.
Sea.Dubbz is talking about the TT union, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting married at the Super Bowl. Okay, bye.